It's very important to go in one straight line. Don't do this. I see it all the time with the new students. Do this. From here, the ball, it goes forward. Okay? The arms deliver the punch. They don't create it. What creates the punch and the power is the legs. It's like when you punch, you kind of like push the ground away from you, and that creates a form of power. This video and the rest of the videos I'm gonna create the rest of the days, they are going to be only the things that they are helpful in the street, nothing else. So it's gonna be more simple, because in the street things are not like in the movies. They're nasty, dangerous, and you're not gonna use any of these things unless you have, because you can injure someone and then you ruin their life, you ruin your life. Now, the stance is the most important thing, but there is no perfect stance. You're gonna hear that there is a wide stance which they use in karate, in boxing. There is a more narrow stance they use in Muay Thai, kickboxing, because they do a lot of kicks in yeah. So one is not better than the other one. It just depends what you are going to use. If we're gonna use kicks, it's better if we have a narrow stance. If we're gonna use more the hands, it's better if we have a wider stance. And I think it's obvious the reason, but I'm still gonna mention it. When you have a wider stance, you stand more firmly. Therefore, the punches, they're gonna be more powerful. When you have a narrow stance, then the kicks will be easier. You're gonna be able to launch easier strikes with the legs. Imagine being like in this stance and trying to strike. You're gonna be so slow, and the power is not gonna be there because you are lacking speed. So we are gonna find the middle of it, but later on I'm gonna teach you how to stand when you punch. How do you prepare for a kick? You know, maybe someone will try to wrestle you and bring you down, then a wide stance is a must. Also, I am someone that I'm extremely unpredictable. I can strike in any different way, in any different position. If I want to, you will never know if I'm right-handed or left-handed. I can fight perfectly for both, and you're gonna learn them too. So now, because it's a beginning, and this video is for beginners, and we're gonna take you all the way to advanced, I want you to stand with your powerful hand behind. If you don't know which one it is, just put a hand behind. So what you need to do is relax the shoulders first. Open your legs slightly wider than the shoulders, okay? Then lift your hands up and turn on the front leg. Then the back leg is not gonna stay like that. It needs to twist on the opposite side. Annabelle, my doggy. So the back leg needs to be in this position. Okay, I can see, this is vertical, this is horizontal, I guess, if it makes sense. This is your position. Now, when you fight, you don't want to stand with knees locked, right? So you need to bend them. So slightly stand like this, straight. Open your feet, shoulder width a little bit more. Then turn the front leg. Ready. Bend the knees. Cool. Elbows. The elbows needs to be vertical with on the ground. Okay, like this. Not like this. You're gonna have the tendency to do that. Don't let them. Okay, like this. It looks stupid. It feels stupid, but trust me, when you learn to fight, it's gonna look cool. So elbows in, never out. Okay, elbows in. Bend the knees. Now, when you punch, it's all about the movement in the body. It's not about the arms. Okay, the arms deliver the punch. They don't create it. what creates the punch and the power is the legs. It's like when you punch, you kind of like push the ground away from you, and that creates a form of power that you deliver with a punch. How do you deliver a punch? For you to not harm yourself, you need to know how to create a fist. And if you don't, this is how you do it. Bend the fingers and bring the thumb in front of the fingers. Then squeeze as hard as you can. Your forearm will lock into place, right? Again, 1, 2, squeeze. You're not gonna be used to be squeezing the fist all the time, but you have to. And the weird thing is, you're gonna have to be relaxed and tense at the same time. It's for later on though. Now, I want you to have this with your fists, and I want you to strike with the knuckles, never with the fingers. So therefore, the fist is gonna be slightly tilted. That's why in martial arts we do a lot of push-ups on the knuckles, so we strengthen the wrist. So when we punch something, our wrist doesn't bend. Let's take the position again. Feet wider than the shoulders. Then we bend one feet, look this way, the other one this way. Elbows in, we create a fist. Now, the power comes from the legs. So what I want you to do, there is different ways to strike with the front and the back hand. There is 1, there is 2, okay? With the back hand, there is 1, there is 2. No better or worse, it depends. Now, what we're gonna learn is the twist, because it's easier. So, take the position, the fighting position. That's how I'm gonna call this position, by the way. So, when I say take fighting stance, this is what you do. Now, fists are almost in the same level as the chin and in front, okay? Elbows closed, fists are in front of my face. I extend the elbow, I twist my upper body, and I twist the leg as well in the opposite, in the reverse way. I twist the leg, I twist the body. It's gonna be all one movement, by the way. I extend, okay? Now, we still look at the target. We never lose eyesight with the target. So, I twist. Hey, Billy. Okay, then you come back. It's very important to go in one straight line. Don't do this. I see it all the time with the new students. Do this. From here, the ball, it goes forward. Okay? Boom. Then the other hand always comes high. Okay? If we don't wear gloves, this is what I do. This is how I protect my head, not with the fist. So I want you to do this. It's important to learn everything now. I know it's a little bit too much, but you're gonna be fine. Okay? Then come back. Then the back leg. Again, the same. Leg, body, extend as far as you can. Why as far as you can? It's one of the most important things. In street fight, I don't want someone close to me. I want them as far as possible. So I need to play with the distance. What do I mean by that? If I punch with my hand, I cover this much of a distance, right? If I twist my upper body, I cover a little bit more. If I twist the leg, you see how far I went? If I push a little bit with the back leg, which is a little trick I will explain later on, I cover even more distance. Okay, the same with the front. 1, can do this, put some more weight on the front leg. 2, okay, and then, which I'm gonna teach you later on, 3, But anyways, that's for later. This is the lesson for today. Let's go over it. Fighting stance. Remember everything I said. We're gonna call this front punch, jab, whatever, back punch. I don't like to call them in boxing jab, cross, whatever, because we are not doing boxing, okay? The style I'm gonna teach you is just, it's everything that works in the street. It's not a specific style. So, one, okay? You don't have to do this for now. Two, front fist, back fist, front fist, back fist. This is your homework. You will do 100 of each side, 200 total. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. If you can't do 50, if you can't do 20, I don't know, it's up to you. But you need to practice. The more you practice, the easier it's gonna become. Okay, 1, 2. Now, do not do this. You're not ready for that. I don't even do that. When I practice, I want perfect technique, and I go slow. All right, slow and control. 1, 2. You know why? Because I can control myself the whole way, and I can catch every single mistake I did. Every single twist I did wrong, I can correct. If I do it fast though, I can correct nothing. I can catch myself doing a mistake. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. This is it. This is your homework. This is the first lesson. Trust me, you're gonna do many cool things later on. Kicks we're gonna do, but for the first lesson and your first homework is this: practice it, master it, and then go to the next lesson.